Well, good morning everyone. Here we are live on Campbell's Comments. I'm aboard Hurricane Hendrix. He's just having a light bit of track work this morning. He's quite a promising horse. He's done a nice job thus far, and we think the best still to come, so hopefully he can continue to improve. Just going to work him over 1.5 miles this morning with a couple of others, and behind the pacemaker and another one, Raka Murph, that's racing on Sunday. So just work a quiet 1.5 miles. As you can see, the track's pretty wet. Normally I work out here right around the outside of the track, where I've sort of generally fluff it up and have it pretty deep in testing for them, but it is quite sloppy out here, and we have had a bit of rain over the last couple of days, so we might work in a wee bit where I've got it a wee bit firmer for the wet weather days. So just, as I say, I'm just going to work a quiet 1.5 miles. Generally I find 1/2 mile track here that I've got, I have it quite deep, so we don't have to go quite as quick. Just on the 1/2 mile, I feel like you don't want to be, breaking any world records at home, so we just have it quite testing and have it quite deep, and then as I say, we can slow it down a wee bit. We don't have to work them the quick halves or quarters or even a quick overall time. We can sort of get enough work into them without having to do an awful lot. So, but as I say, this morning we've just had quite a bit of rain, and it's sort of this time of the year doesn't really dry out as quick as normal. So I might, when we go to work, I might just work toward the inside of the track a bit more and work in there. But generally I do all our work out here on the heavier going, but it's pretty heavy there today, so we might go in a bit further. But yes, nice morning, as you can see. Contrary to what everyone believes about Southland weather, it's a lovely morning, a wee bit nippy, but I can't hide the fact that we have had a wee bit of rain, so the last few days, but the forecast doesn't look great for Diamonds Day either, unfortunately, but hopefully it pushes back and we don't get rain till Sunday night. I looked up the weather last night, it looks like Sunday about 2 o'clock it's meant to rain, but it's still only Thursday, so we have got a few days for that weather forecast to change, so hopefully that will change and it'll be a nice day. Quickening him up in the last round a wee bit. I like them to have quite a strong last round and just get into their pacing gait. Just warm them up a wee bit and open the lungs. Come on, mate. They get to learn the routine pretty good. Really heavy out here, so we'll definitely, I like to work them around the outside around this part of the track generally, because they they don't sort of form any habit of lugging in or things like that on the bend, and they you're obviously working them a bit further around the outside compared to the inside. Easy, mate. But yeah, as you can see, they're slopping that out a fair bit, so we'll work down here where it's a lot firmer, and I'll yeah, beautiful, yeah. It's a bit nippy out here, but it's not too bad. Yeah. So yeah, no, I'll just give them a nice walk now for a couple of minutes, and just let them chill out for a couple of minutes before we work them. So and as I say, I'll just follow the pacemaker and bring him through the inside and see how we go. He's been working well and he's been racing good. He had a wee cough after his last race, so we got him scoped on course, and he had a little bit of a respiratory thing, nothing major, so we've got on top of that, and he seems really good since then. So hey Chouse, what we're going to do, we'll just work go between 23 and 25, and we'll just work down here where you are now. Yeah, so just go somewhere between 10s and 3 and 11s and 3, and I'm going to work, you just go wide here, about here, and I'll come through your inside. We'll just get another 20 seconds to walk. We'll just work, because we're going around the inside, we'll work, yeah, somewhere between 3:23 and 3:25, and as I say, I'll just roll through and we'll just finish together nice, and you just follow me, Ollie, with him, and just stay on my back, mate. Okay. Righto, boy. Oh, mate. Quite lazy in his work, old Hendrix. He used to get pretty keen, but he's very laid back now. We just usually always plug him for his work, but he's been getting quite lazy in his track work. So hey, so I've just put cotton wool in his ears today just for a little bit of chill out. He lugs in a bit on the bends, as you can see. He's never raced on a tight track before, so Invercargill on Sunday, hey mate, come on, will be his first run on a 1,000-metre track, but he has trialled there before and got round fine. He's one of them ones that the quicker you seem to go, the better he gets round the bends, and when he can be in track work, he can just sort of muck around going the speed, but quicker you roll, the better he is. As I say, he's quite laid back, but he will rev up a wee bit when we give him the green light to come through the inside. As I say, we normally work around the outside of the track, and on a fine day it's normally pretty deep, but it's good work for them. But today just a bit sloppy out there, so we'll stick to down here. Righto mate, come on, wake up. He is lugging in a bit here. There's a boring lugging hole on the inside, but he does the tighter the bend, the more he lugs in. If he paces nicely when he's going straight, but if he does get in, he can get a little bit rough. But righto mate. Just mucking around. As soon as you quicken through like that, he paces lovely and straightens right up. So easy, buddy. Easy, mate. He got through the line nice there. He worked pretty nice. As I say, pretty quiet work for him, but today's Thursday morning, and I'm actually, don't do it very often, but he's gonna triple heat this week anyway. He's hobbled yesterday and today, and he's gonna get another one tomorrow. So, just felt he just would sharpen and benefit. As I say, he's been quite lazy in his training lately, so to sharpen and benefit from a wee bit of extra work. His heart rate tells me that he will benefit from doing a wee bit extra this week too. So, but no, I was pleased with that work. As I say, tomorrow, hopefully with a bit of drying today, we'll be able to work him around the outside and in the nice heavier going, and just get a real nice line on him tomorrow morning. And probably have a quiet day on Saturday, just a jog day probably for him, and depending on what he does tomorrow and how he works. But probably just have a jog day tomorrow, and then we'll have a go, have a line up on Sunday. But happy with that track work. He, as I say, he does get his head around a wee bit going slow, but we as soon as we quicken up, he straightens up good. So I'm sure he'll be fine on Sunday. Good boy. Even where we worked here is still fairly deep and testing going. A lot quicker than what it is out wide though. It's really sloppy, but I'd rather them sort of going into it a wee bit. It's far better for their joints and slows you down a little bit, and also it they do get a lot of extra work out of it. I'm quite obsessed with the track, to be fair, and getting it how I want. And as I say, I'd much rather it be sloppy and heavy than too firm. I think firm, you end up going too quick at home, and you're probably not doing enough work either, Good boy. How'd you work, mate? How'd you work? Good. He sounded nice. How'd he pace and steer? Sorry, best he's been. Oh yeah, another, yeah. He'll probably edit this out, Paul, but if he does leave it in, I just want to mention the job he does for racing. I reckon it's a breath of fresh air what he's doing for racing, so getting around all these places and interviewing different types of people, so it's great. I reckon it's very good, so long may it continue. I think it's great for promoting our sport. What do you reckon, mate?